together. Always take pictures with flash of food because.
Would I live in Poznań? Probably not, because I don't really take second or third or fourth cities, because then you get all the city problems, like the lots of traffic, and that combines with costs that aren't really much lower. Rent is not much lower here than in Warsaw, just a little bit. Plus you don't have a metro, you do just have trams. And you miss out on being in the capital, let's say, in terms of airport and stuff. So for me it's either big or small city, and in between doesn't really do the trick for me. Right? Like Wrocław, for example, for me has probably worse infrastructure than Poznań, because they always have things going on with their trams. I don't know why. Older buses, and Poznań seems to be more modern in that sense. As Warsaw is just first priority for the country, and I just prefer to be in. Gdansk isn't bad infrastructure-wise. I just prefer to be in the first tier city, so you have night buses and everything at your disposal, and you don't need to sort of pay the high level while having second tier services and stuff. But it's a luxury problem I have. Right, you pay to live in the big city, you pay way more. In other regards, like you want to live top notch, you pay top notch. But yeah, as I said, Poznań is not much lower anymore. You'd be surprised the rents here as well. Very urban Polish landscape here, where you have a church, a kebab, which is very ubiquitous, and a flower store. Nice car, old new buildings. Poznań is a very eclectic mix of many styles. Partly the war damage hasn't been filled up yet, partly it has. And you really need to look at old pictures to see how it used to be. And it's still a kind of different city it was. Despite that it feels like it's not damaged, it really was. It has many scars. Good morning from Poznań. It is May 2025, just the beginning of the month. And look at this, it's all green right now. It's spring and it already feels like a total Spanish summer. It's actually warm. It's gonna be 28 degrees today. So I'm in my shorts. Despite having my jacket with me, I probably won't need it, because in May, Central Eastern Europe becomes summer. As per predictions, I think typically there's more rain in summer in Poland than in spring. I've done some research on that before moving here, and actually don't mind that. I prefer just sort of a dry spring and then a bit of a wet summer, so it cools down a bit. What a gorgeous place. I really like these old lamp posts up there. I wonder if they still work, but it's super cool. Old fashioned. Gorgeous park. It is so beautiful and green. There's a palm sort of display here, but it's like 4 or 5 euros. I don't really feel like going in. It's super warm, but even that looks pretty impressive. Look at all of that. I really like Poznań. It has a lot to do, and just the weather outstanding. So beautiful and green, and it went so fast. There was not even any time to adapt it. Like, it was winter and then suddenly hop summer. It was super fast. Let's look at this gorgeous city, just people hanging out. Just a beautiful sunny day, one of the first summer-ish days of the year. 2nd of May 2025. Cleanliness check. Water fountain could be improved. Around that sparkling and recently created bike lanes. The bike lanes in Poznań are pretty good. Altogether, some streets don't have them, and I was just on an electric scooter and I was on the street because there was no bike lane, and a cop came me saying I needed to go on the pavement. So I think if there is no bike lane, you must go on the pavement. I don't know what the law is, but it was very friendly. Just said it from the police van, let's say, and then it was fine. But yeah, I don't know what the law is, but you do have a lot of bikes actually on the pavement if there's no bike lane. So I guess I should be doing that too. In Netherlands, we're on the street. That's why we have less bike lanes, and cars are obliged to pay very close attention to bikes. Like, the bike has the priority, and if you cause an accident with a bike, you're in big trouble. I've been hit by a car twice in my life in the Netherlands, and essentially then you can claim any damage you want. Now I'm not like that, so I just claimed new tire of my bike, which was broken, and that's all that really happened. But my jeans were destroyed because I fell, but I didn't claim any of that. But essentially you could, and it's quite easy to do that as a biker. And bikers are sometimes a nuisance, like especially if they're with headphones on their phone. So it's not always fair, but it used to be a different time. Like it was like 20 years ago, I think. It was a strange experience. Anyway, looking pretty decent here. I'm on my way to the center just to hang out. Nice trams, fresh green with yellow. It's a very fresh city, I have to say. I do really enjoy it, and it's a bit different, way more modern than when I was here in 2013. And even then I liked it, but the city has undergone even more of a metamorphosis, I believe. So it's very nice to see. I actually remember I have some flashbacks when I walked some of the streets that I've been to some places before. I had just recognized some buildings. Yeah, gorgeous place. That's very cool. I've never seen this before. I think it says, "Thanks for choosing to be a biker." Look at this. See? And it says today, bikes. It just counted 2 extra. And then this year, bikes. If another will come, it should count the opposite direction too, I think. I don't know. Let's look at this. Poland uses a lot of subsidies for bike infrastructure, which, because my father is in one of the bike associations, and he, see, it counts them. And he says actually that the Netherlands doesn't really use many of the subsidies that are available, and Poland actually does for bikes. There's literally billions. But if you don't use them well, then it's just, different. And Poland actually actively pursues these subsidies from the EU. As you can see what that results in. It's really true about the squares being a sort of microwave. They get super, super hot because there's just not enough trees. And a woman actually collapsed on the ground, so an ambulance had to come. And she's actually in the ambulance because she just flattened out. It's super hot. And it takes some time to get used to the summer, so I guess, yeah, you shouldn't be exactly in the square when you're in the middle of summer. It should have done better with the design, I think. I'm a big fan of the pavement here in the center. Beautiful mosaic where the bike lane crosses and all around. Gorgeous. Let's go to the Rinnek, the old market square of the city. So we're now behind at least where the original city walls used to be. So more in the actual center. Pretty good, pretty good. This is the Rinnek, the old market square of Poznań. Absolutely beautiful. It's it's a very family-friendly country. I don't really film families, I just film like the square, let's say. But there's kids all around the fountain playing whatever games. The family here is the absolute cornerstone of the whole society. It's super important, and kids are given all the space to, well, roam around, run, scream, whatever. But actually, it's still like fairly civilized. It's not in my opinion, the Netherlands, the kids are a lot more rowdy, and here the upbringing seems to be somewhat strict, but balanced. I don't know. This is the Ratusz, the actual, what's it called? City Hall? I think so. Beautiful, but you really do feel the heat. It is quite pervasive. Yeah, it's super nice, everybody just having fun. Free public toilet in the center of Poznań, Czech.